Hi, everybody. Welcome to our EDI Foundation's PSA proposal. For our PSA, we are going to be focusing on supporting mental health in young students, and this was put together by Daniel, Parvis, Sylvia, and Hunter. For today's agenda, we are going to be going over a brief description of our PSA, focusing on who our PSA is targeted towards, focusing on the title of our PSA, and kind of the topics that kind of led to that title. And as well, we are going to be focusing on why we chose the audience that we chose. And then after that, we'll be talking about the format and concept of our PSA and the medium that we chose to pursue it in. And then finally, of course, we're going to be talking about how this can be engaging to our audience. So, to begin, our audience is young learners. Specifically, we wanted to target JK to grade 1. And then we thought that the best title to target them with, as this is easily understood by younger children of that age group, is that it's okay to feel your emotions, and let's talk about it. And then specifically what led us to this title is the topics of expressing our feelings openly, and more specifically the topic of self-regulation, which is extremely important for those 4, 5, and 6-year-olds to learn, is self-regulation, uh, helping those emotions kind of flow while being able to express them naturally and fairly. And why young learners specifically? On average, even though they're of a young age, one student per classroom struggles with mental health. And on top of that, the time period between birth and age 6 is a very sensitive development period mentally, as that is when you're learning not only about the world and others around you, you're learning about yourself and what you can do and what you might need help doing. And when there are limitations or when there are things in your environment that can cause you to have struggles with mental health at a young age, it can be very hard to express yourself or get those feelings out in the world using just your words. But intervening early can lead to environments that are safe, nurturing, and predictable, where children feel valued. And that's very important because as we have diverse classrooms and schools represent very diverse environments, those who have invisible disabilities that relate to mental health may feel othered or not included because of the imagery or because of some things that happen at the school. So it is important that we intervene early and we create campaigns like this to show that mental health and mental illness is perfectly okay, and that we can include anybody, and that it is a perfectly natural thing to talk about. And by instilling these values into younger people, they will grow up with this and it can become normalized in the school environments. For our PSA format and concept, we are going for a series of comics featuring animals. We chose this format and concept because comics are highly beneficial for young learners in that it is not too text heavy and it is not too overwhelming for them, in that the simple text is there and they are able to combine the text with the image to kind of receive that message. And if they are children who struggle with reading, they are able to see the expressions or emotions on the animals' faces and relate it back to themselves. As well, we chose to use animals as our characters not only due to their familiarity and reliability, in that animals are very commonly used as mascots or characters for PSAs because children either have animals at home or they see animals out in the world, and they can understand that animals can have feelings just like us. To expand a little on our concept, we focus on Gray the cat, Blue the dog, and Rainbow the parrot. These comics show the animals going about their lives in daily situations, and it showcases specifically their emotions and feelings based on the world around them. This way, they are able to express their feelings to their fellow pets and feel included and validated despite these situations upsetting them or giving them anxiety. Here we go through a few examples. So, for this example, we see our friends expressing their emotions and being able to share freely how they're feeling in the morning. However, in the midday, when they're home alone and starts to get cloudy and rainy, we see our friends getting anxious or very sad due to the environment that's around them. But together, by being close with their peers or friends, they are able to ride out the bad weather or negative experiences because they're able to be there to listen and support each other. And then finally, when we have rain that makes us feel lazy and unmotivated, or we have days that are clouding us and making us feel like this, we still again have our friends that can weather us through these bad times, even though they may come and go, or weather can be unpredictable. In this case, just like our struggles with mental health, we still have our friends to keep us close and support us through this. Now, ultimately, how can this be engaging? As we mentioned, comics and cartoons work very well for kids. As well, it showcases different parts of the day, metaphorically showing that mental health struggles can appear anytime, and it's okay to talk about it no matter what the situation may be, or it's okay to have support no matter what the situation may be. As well, animals displaying their feelings through image and text, as also mentioned before, so those who may struggle with reading or may need help with reading can see the imagery in front of them and relate and connect to that. And those who are more adept at reading from 4, 5, 6 years old are able to infer through the text as well. As well, on top of that, the animals are very cute and appealing to look at, which immediately sticks with kids, and they can kind of expand on the concept. They can do activities relating to the animals. They can personify the animals or dramatize the animals if they wanted to. It's taking a very simple concept and going very far with it. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate your time and we look forward to what you think of our PSA.